This is from the website thewaythetruithandthelife.net.
Caring has a genetic, physiological context to it, which is beyond the scope of this foundation. But that we have caring, that we want to know, that we want to investigate the reality that we're part of. That is an expression of caring, that we want to discover and care to share with others and need the care of others to work together. That's a process of caring, which is essential for building our investigation into physical and behavioral reality. And the question, is there purpose to life? And these questions are interesting, but we've regressed from asking the question, why would an intelligent being create more intelligent beings? And the answer is relatively simple. One of the worst punishments that an intelligent person can experience is solitary confinement. So the interaction with other people to care for and being cared for is what is important to enjoy consciousness and life. So that foundation is there. And to understand that, we needed to understand group behavior, sociology. And to really understand sociology, we needed to understand individual behavior, psychology. And really understand psychology, we needed to understand the brain and neurophysiology and the body. And to really understand physiology, we needed to understand the cells that makes up the organs, like the brain. Cytology. And to really understand the cells, we need to understand the molecules that make them up, like the parts of a DNA chain. Chemistry. And to really understand chemistry, we need to understand the atoms, the electrons, protons, and neutrons, and how they make atoms to make molecules. And to really understand atomic physics, we need to understand the particles that make up the atom, the neutrons, electrons, and protons. To really understand these, we need to understand the ether from which they're constructed as vortex rings. And to really understand these vortex rings in the ether, we need to have the mathematics to model these on a computer and see what works. Reality works. We want to be able to model it, that we understand the laws of nature, which again, to me, God is everything. And these are God's laws. When Jesus said, "It's better I go away, I will send you the Spirit of truth that will teach you all things." To me, that is what we are living in, a time where the Spirit of truth has been opening up God's laws. When my grandmother was born, there were no cars, there were no airplanes, there was no electricity in the house, and there was no running water except if you lived downhill from a spring or a stream. We've come so far since my grandmother was born. We've learned so many of these laws of nature, God's laws of physical reality. And we need to build on this foundation to discover the laws of behavioral reality. So much problems with group living today, so much killing and warfare and what have you. So, but here we're starting on the foundation to build a foundation with knowledge of the laws of physical reality, and we'll go from there to behavioral reality and look for the insights that would give future leaders the ability to make life a safe experience. The simplest reality is that if you look at the universe, it is not stable. Planets and solar systems have a finite lifetime, and they explode or collapse, and then the Earth will be destroyed. It is a miracle that there has been an environment between the freezing point and the boiling point of water for something in the order of what, billion years, that molecular life evolved into cellular life, evolved into multicellular life. And the most important thing is to be able to escape the Earth before it is destroyed. We might not be able to find out all the answers, but if we don't work together enough to move life beyond this transient base of existence, then we're not going to be able to offer any insight to the future. So let's build and try to learn how to work together to understand more of the reality in which we live and move and have our being.